Hello Scorpio, welcome to your February 2019 He Said, She Said reading. Thank you for joining us. My name's Michelle.
Hello Scorpio, my name is Richard.
We're here to deliver your channeled messages for the month of February. Before I get started, we're offering a special at the moment for your own personal He Said, She Said reading. If you're interested in one of those, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles. From the Shapeshifters, you've pulled the unending sadness of looking back. Now, this is about endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, and negative nostalgia. And you'll see that this woman in the picture here, she's holding a trilobite, which is one of the first forms we know to have lived on the planet. She's not looking ahead, seeing that a plan, a strategy is still in front of her. She's still very much clinging on to something that is old with that trilobite.
Kind of ugly as well.
Your focus on the pain of the past increases its power. The message behind this is that it's time to let it go. This early life form of the trilobite here wishes you to know that it belongs in the past. It does not want to be recreated again and again. It does not have any desire to be the source of your pain either, Scorpio. You may be giving your energy, your breath, your own life to the existence of one who makes no demands on you. The past has hurt you indeed, but it is long gone. The harm that you suffer from now is by your own hand here, Scorpio, and you do hold the very knife that is inflicting the 1,000 cuts, and it's time to put it down. Now, from the Oracle of Mystical Moments, you've got the card of Miss Sunshine.
So Miss Sunshine here speaks to sun, light, energy, courage and clarity. I'll read a little bit of the description here. She is like the energy of life and sun and the sun of the universe. She focuses her intention on the positive and is able to gain clarity. She leaves the night and fears behind. So there's a pretty strong message here, Scorpio. Let's see where this reading goes.
Let's take a look. I'm using the Steampunk Tarot for you. I've already meditated on your energy. I'm going to do a couple more shuffles. And then let's get started. We'll focus in on the energy of the person that you're dealing with here in February, what they bring to the table when it comes to you, Scorpio, their flaw as you see it, how they feel about you, how you feel about them, the strengths of your relationship, the weaknesses, potential for the healthy relationship crossed by any roadblock to that, and the potential outcome. Richard will lay down his cards.
Right, the energy of the person you're thinking about, what they bring to the table when it comes to you, their flaw, how they see you, how you see them, the strength of your relationship, the flaw of your relationship, the potential, crossed by any roadblock, any outcome.
Okay, let's take a look and see what the energy is of the person that you are thinking about here. 9 of Pentacles, okay. So there is an energy of independence here. I do think that this other person is very much focused on maintaining their independence. There's also a focus here on gaining what they want in life. You know, the 9 of Pentacles is that moment just before the 10, just before you achieve that goal of having what you want, that true fulfillment of your material desires. It's more about material things when we speak about Pentacles. It's important to note that this person is not focusing on emotion, nor are they focused on intellectual things or creating action. They're more about what they have or what they can get. Let's take a look at the male perspective.
Yeah, 2 of Cups. So that's nice. That's a nice card for a loving relationship.
Yeah, it's about a harmonious partnership. Let's see what they bring to the table when it comes to you. The Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. So this is something that you perhaps had hoped for. You may have wanted a partnership with them. It's definitely an energy, though. I think that this is a breakup. I think that you've broken up from this person because this is what they've brought to you, the Ten of Cups in reverse, which speaks about being unhappy that you haven't been able to get to this place of that happily ever after with this person. Though right now their energy seems to be more about focusing on what they can achieve in a love situation. Let's look at the male perspective.
You mean with somebody else?
Yeah, possibly. We'll see.
So we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse here. That's a sign that somebody's making somebody feel a little bit crazy, a little bit. Well, when I say crazy, I mean sort of possessive, perhaps jealous. But that's what they brought to the table. So instead of bringing happiness and confidence, they're bringing the opposite.
Yeah, they may or may not be a fire sign, Scorpio. It could be a Sagittarius, Aries or Leo, or someone with fire in their chart, but it doesn't have to be. I feel it's more about the attributes of the Queen of Wands in reverse. Someone who doesn't feel like they're able to achieve what they want in life. There is a lack of confidence with this person. Now, we'll go deeper into this. We'll clarify this in part 2, but let's have a look at the floor. The floor is the Queen of Wands. Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
In the upright.
In the upright. I feel like we're talking about two different people here. Now, they could both be fire signs, of course, but I think that one is someone who is, this person sees as maybe having what they don't have. There's confidence around this person. This is someone who can achieve what they want in life. There's action-oriented energy around this person, optimism. The Queen of Wands is a very kind of adventurous sign, bold, takes a lot of courageous action. But what this person seems to have brought to the table is the opposite of that. Let's look at the male perspective.
So we've got the Nine of Cups. So that's talking about wishes fulfilled. So
I'm thinking someone's jealous here. I'm thinking there's jealousy regarding another person, possibly this Queen of Wands, or if they're not a fire sign, they could be just someone who someone perceives as having what they don't have.
Right. So you see, we got up here the feeling of jealousy and possessiveness, and also Ten of Cups. So obviously, this other person is making you feel pretty bad about yourself.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit puzzled about the Two of Cups here.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll clarify that as we go.
These as floor, it's really interesting, isn't it? That that's why I think that it's more about jealousy, because it seems like there's a focus here on somebody seemingly having their wishes fulfilled that is causing the other person to become angry, jealous. Let's have a look and see how they're viewing you here, Scorpio. Six of Wands, okay, in reverse. So there's that
a feeling of defeat.
Feeling of defeat. There's, I don't know, I do get this energy here of, they seem to be viewing you as not, I don't think they're viewing you as not being successful. I actually what I get around this is that this person, when they think of you, it makes them feel unsuccessful. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at the male perspective.
So the Devil, unhealthy attachments. You know, I'm actually more looking upon this from a different point of view than I think what Michelle is. As more of these cards come out, I think I want to see a few more cards, and then I'm going to tell my story.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so let's see what's going on.
Let's have a look.
How they're viewing...
How Scorpio is viewing this person. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, Scorpio, you see this person as coming out of a hard time in their life, having things much better off. But the thing that I pick up is that you feel that this person is much better off than what you have. There's this feeling of lack with this, and it seems, again, I get some kind of jealousy for viewing somebody as having achieved what you wanted to achieve, or having what you wanted. Let's look at the male perspective.
So we've got the Two of Wands here. So you're seeing them as making plans, as sort of going out in the world. The world doesn't always have all the opportunities. So let me sort of tell you what I'm thinking here. So I go back here, I look at the Nine of Pentacles. It's more or less somebody who's single. Just because they're single because they've been rejected.
Okay.
They're still in love with this other person.
Yeah.
Right? They are jealous.
Yeah.
Of this other person. This is how they feel. This is what.
That's what I'm seeing too, actually, Richard.
So
I'm seeing that as well.
They're unhappy.
Yeah.
They're jealous. Of this other person who's left them.
Yeah.
The flaw is the fact that they appear to be
achieving
something. They appear to be achieving something without you. Having their wishes fulfilled.
Right.
And that you're not part of that equation.
Exactly. Somehow you see them as having made a move, made a choice, a decision between two things that's somehow better.
That's right. They see you as having unhealthy attachments and as having been defeated.
Yeah, there's some sort of defeatism, isn't there?
Right. They've left you and you're coming out of that. But they've come out of it.
I actually see this as how this Scorpio is viewing this other person as having made a choice that is getting them out of something bad.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay. So let's continue with the reading here.
Let's take a look at the Strength. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So with this one, there may be some hesitation. Possibly about some kind of movement. If the Knight of Swords was in the upright, it would be that there was certainty. Someone was very sure of what they were doing, where they were going, what their movements were going to be. But there is, although it seems like someone maybe you're viewing this person as somehow moving on here, though I'm not really getting cards of movement other than this one here. There seems to be hesitation. Maybe you just think that they are moving on. Let's have a look at the male perspective. So you get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The bad timing. There was it's a question of the time is not right. Yeah. Time is not right to be decisive, to make a decision to move on. To move on, yeah, that's what I'm getting as well. Let's look at the weakness. The Hierophant. Okay. Well, with this one, it's about guidance. Weakness in this case, it may be that there is someone providing advice, suggesting that somebody take a certain route here, but it's coming up as the weakness, so I'm not sure if this advice is one to be trusted. Let's have a look at the male perspective. So we've got the Star in reverse, which speaks to pessimism. You know, I kind of come back now to the unending sadness of looking back. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking that
that Scorpio, I think it's probably you who's looking back at the past with a lot of regret, a lot of pessimism. You're getting some help, but maybe that help is not everything you need it to be.
Yeah. It may be that the help needed is you need more, or maybe, I get the Hierophant as a card of a teacher. It can be a spiritual teacher, but it doesn't have to be a spiritual teacher. Really anyone who's providing real-world guidance. And with that star in reverse, it seems to be maybe someone that you're going to heal, to help, but it doesn't seem, it seems to be more of a hindrance than a help, or it could be that you're just not seeing the way out here. You're just not seeing the way forward, even though that you are receiving guidance in some way. Now, when it comes to the potential, let's have a look. We've got the Moon. The roadblock is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's distortion all through this. And I think it's, I feel like I'm speaking to someone here who has been very much attached to the past in a negative way.
Yeah, it's an unhealthy attachment to the past.
Now, you, I think, are viewing this situation, you're viewing yourself as unsuccessful. I do think that this distortion is your way of thinking. You seem to be thinking that this person maybe is better off being on their own, or that you are better off on your own, looking at other opportunities. It does seem that you are thinking that...
No, honestly, Michelle, I think it's somebody who's been broken up with, who still loves the other person who's left. Who has
left. You still see it as being left, because with the Moon here, I'm wondering if this is even reality, or if this is just not fears. That's why I'm thinking this. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, as the roadblock here, is about laziness,
not putting the work in.
And
yeah, you can't help but think it's about the roadblock to clarity.
Yeah.
To undistorted thinking is putting in the work.
Putting in the work in order to see things clearly. There's distorted thinking about this situation, and I don't know if this is actually somebody leaving, or if it's just thoughts about somebody leaving.
So we've got strength, and the
Moon again.
The roadblock is the Moon.
It's a lot of distorted thinking here.
Yeah. So the pathway to strength, or being strong, is I think a roadblock is the Moon, is just distorted thinking. So I think that's fairly clear, right?
I think there is someone around you that is actually showing compassion, kindness, is being supportive, and helping through a rough time. Perhaps something to do with the past, some kind of negative attachment which you feel was unsuccessful.
Yeah, strength is also about taming that inner beast as well.
Yeah.
Which could mean taming an unhealthy attachment. Yeah, taming a devil. In this case, it's a lion, but it's the same kind of energy.
But I think you're not seeing it. I have this as you, Scorpio, that isn't seeing that this person is actually strong, is patient, is showing you compassion. You're viewing this as not someone who is not... I don't know, I get the sense that you feel like they're walking away from you. I don't know if they have, though. I think that it's a lot of distorted thinking. You're thinking that they may walk away from you. Let's have a look at the outcome. Ace of Swords in reverse. This, again, is this lack of clarity. Not seeing things as truthful. I see it... When I have the Ace of Swords in the upright, it's about cutting through to the truth of the matter. this distorted thinking, this distorted view of this situation, especially as it relates to the past, and some kind of negative nostalgia here involving this obsessional, this is about obsessive grief, and we have obsession here. Obsessively grieving the past seems to be blocking
blocking clarity.
Blocking clarity. Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah, so we've got the Eight of Swords, of course, being trapped. But it's being trapped in a prison of your own making.
Yeah.
It's you have the capacity to escape this if you desire.
Remember that you're holding your own knife that is causing the pain.
Yeah. So in this case, it's 8 swords causing 1,000 cuts.
Yeah. And that's what it is about. It's about getting this breakthrough here to release yourself from this never-ending looking back at the past with regret, obsessing about the past, replaying the past over and over in your mind. And the distortion here is that I think that there's something around you that you have, but I get that you're thinking that this person is just going to leave you. But I don't see any actual evidence of that here, and that's why I think these moon cards are here. I think that this is all just in your mind. I think this is in your mind, that somebody is going to leave you here, perhaps like has happened to you in the past. And where does that leave you? Well, it's not going to leave you feeling good. It would lead you to feeling jealous, because it seems like you feel like if this person has left or was to leave you, that you would feel that they would be doing better than you.
And doing better without you.
Doing better without you.
Yeah, that's a fairly common fear. When somebody breaks up with you, you can often... it's a trap. You can begin to ruminate and obsess about, gosh, they've gone off and they're actually better off without me. That's a very that could be tough energy to get over.
On one hand here, we've got you looking back at a situation from the past that is negatively affecting your present, to the point where you feel like your
current relationship is
just going to end the same way as this situation.
Yes, it's got a feeling of a little bit of paranoia about it.
A little bit. So lots to clarify in part 2. I hope that you join us there. The link will be below in the descriptions box, and that will be on the Vimeo channel. If we don't see you there, then we wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, please email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Special on at the moment for your own He Said, She Said reading with Richard and I. So wishing you all the best, and we'll see you soon for the March readings.
Bye, Scorpio. Good luck.